Cyber and Digital Safety Program.
Respected CP sir, Professor Vijay Kumar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sunil Kumar, Vice Chancellor, Rgpv. हाँ सर, मैं पूछूंगा सर. I'll ask it sir. SS Bhadoria, Director, UIT Rgpv, Vinit Kapoor sir. And respected friends, my name is Amit Kumar. I am DCP Crime Bhopal. First of all, I would like any one of you to raise your hands who has been a victim of cybercrime, or one of their relatives has been a victim of cybercrime, or say you have got some messages which you know that these are frauds and you have not responded. Can you please stand? Yeah, can you please stand? Please stand. No issue, no issue. Okay. I am quite perplexed that it's very low number. I am sure that the number would be quite high also. Okay, sit down now. I tell you, the major sort of fraud you will be encountering is loan apps. How many of you have taken loan right now? Please raise hands. Raise hands, please. No need to just shy away. How many of you have taken loan from cash pay or loan pay? You know these things? Yeah, all of you know these things. The reason I am talking about this is that these new MOs are emerging in cybercrime, and the modus operandi is usually dependent upon multiple factors. The multiple factors emerges such that I'll just give a very recent example of you. A loan app fraud in which pay cash, loan cash. If you install the app, you'll get a token amount of 3,000 or 3,500 rupees, and after 5 days itself, you'll start getting messages on your PAN WhatsApp, writing fraud on your PAN card and mobile on your Aadhaar card, and all your contacts will be copied, and all your contacts will be WhatsApp that this person is a fraud, he is not paying the money. And after 10 or 15 days, some obscene pictures of you, morphed pictures of you will be starting circulating in the media, in the WhatsApp itself. So these are new MOs, and I just wanted to give 1 minute time before proceeding ahead. In 2013 or so, the major type of cybercrime used to happen was transaction from ATM cards. New MOs as digitization happened and as Facebook and other social media platforms developed, fake profile on Facebook and other were very common in 2013, 14, 15 times. After that, you all came to know about the privacy features. After that, new sort of MOs started developing. These were basically concerned with UPI frauds, bank frauds, credit card frauds, and now the new type of frauds that has happened are penetration of apps. Before coming over here, I was talking to a Mahindra bank manager. What happened that few persons who had bought their vehicles from Mahindra on loans. What happened that there are few apps which can be pen tested, means penetration tested, and based on penetration testing by the criminals of Jamtara, what happened was that they were able to obtain the details of the person who had to deposit the EMIs, and then a call went to them that okay, deposit your EMI right now. Okay, they deposited the EMI on the false account number, and fraud happened of approx 1 lakh rupees. So multiple forms of MOs are evolving, and I'll say you guys that usually the criminals sitting in various places in the country are not educated more than us. Okay, so what happens is that usually it's the word of mouth. some genius who is an 8th or 10th class pass guy, he spots some error or some bug or some social engineering, and then he will exploit that bug. The word of mouth will spread, and then that fraud happens. So we will start with the internship objective. The internship program offered by Bhopal Police Commissionerate aims to establish scientific and logical relationship between academics. Okay, this will be an academic procedure also as well as a hands-on procedure also, and rapidly changing police system. Why I am telling you rapidly changing police system? Because in around 12-13 we didn't have so much cyber frauds, but there's a huge amount of cyber fraud which is evolving, and possibly so. I tell you, 300 to 400% cyber frauds are increasing per year. It's an exponential rate of increase, e to the power x, logarithmic e to the power x sort of increase is there. And in that case, you can always track the cases, that how many number of cases are increasing. And in next 2 years, many of us persons would know some person would be affected by cyber frauds. A rapidly changing police system for purpose of rectification and information of various challenges by cumulative approach. Cumulative approach means our approach. Now, the advantages would be that the students would understand the administrative system of India. Before coming on this side, I was on that side. I also did computer science from BTech computer science, and I was infatuated by IPS. So that thing comes. Okay. So you can see the administrative system from inside. That's a big confidence building measure that you'll gain by associating with us. The second is scientific study along with solutions based on actual data analysis. This is a major asset that will be provided to you. Being in cyber and crime, cyber has a huge data chunk. We have 10,000 complaints with us for past 3 years, and you can apply your logic, you can apply your tools to analyze those complaints. Okay. The third is role in reformation and upgradation of police system. We do recognize that we do not, as cyber frauds emerge, so we do have to emerge, and we do recognize that you might have that talent set or the skill set which we may use in the future. So that's why it's point number 3. Point number 4 is better future prospects for job seekers of this unique internship program. I assure you that once you do this program, right now the hot cake in the market is data analysis, stack developers, as well as other sort of machine learning programs. That's the hot cake that is coming. I have 2 relatives who are in IT right now, and they say that it's the hot cake. You do these programs, you'll be very much applauded by the companies. In coming times, cyber security is going to be the hot cake, because every company is investing heavily on cyber security infrastructure. And if you develop that knack, then you'll be easily picked up by the coming companies also. Opportunity for practical understanding of cyber world, which is growing exponentially. That's why I mentioned. Opportunity for brilliant students to associate with police and professional service providers. This is very important. We won't abandon you. Once you complete your internship with us, we'll be in regular touch with you. And we do recognize that cyber fraud cannot be controlled only by police. Community, NGOs, technical know-how of students, as well as police. All of them have to work together. And see, California in US, it has a huge advantage usually in software. I was working in a software company, and most of my guys were from California at that time. So what happens that whenever Bangalore or California, the Silicon Valley provides that mind, the brain mind, so it gives something new. So that condition is right now in Bhopal. And practical field understanding will be giving you. The first internship stream is awareness. Awareness is mandatory for all interns. We'll be teaching you about traditional cyber crimes. Second is new MOs that are evolving. There are more than 100 MOs which have been reported across the country, and it is documented on ICGS I4C from Delhi. It has been reported. And we will be also teaching you the preventive awareness things, that how we'll be moving ahead with this. I won't take much time, I'll take just 5 minutes of you. Please bear with me. The expected outcome would be that we want the quantifiable result of awareness program and mobilization of volunteers. This is very important. The first thing that my senior Vinit Kapoor sir was saying, that we want mobilization of you, that you should go to the community, you should go to those who are disprivileged. And I'll tell you that cyber awareness has simply removed the distinction between rich and poor. There is nothing as Robin Hood in this crime. Every criminal targets that person who doesn't have better awareness. And who is more disprivileged? The poor. The poor have UPI. I'll give you a very good simple example. Those in villages, they don't know that their fingerprints are being scanned. And their fingerprints, after being scanned, just in the name of getting their transactions, they can be loaded and that can be used for multiple other transactions. So the major dupes are the criminals. They mainly target the poor people and the gullible people, and we should work for them. So that's where the community participation comes in, point number one. And we will be involving many of you guys to work with point number one. Awareness mandatory for all students. The expected skill set is first to 4-year students and non-computer science students. So we'll be expecting this particular skill set, that if you have this skill set, first to 4-year students who do not have much skill sets, but at least even from mechanical or civil or biotechnology or any other branch, but they want to work with community, they want to give something to the community, and they want to impart their knowledge to the community, they can involve with us. The second project, I've just not, this is project 0, okay, the awareness is project 0. The second project would be geospatial analysis of cyber accuracy and interrelationship. I'll just explain to you what we'll be working on. We have a huge data set on Excel file and Google Sheet file. We all know data analysis from Excel file and Google Sheet file. Okay. So whenever we talk of this sort of data analysis, then we all know that it uses statistics, data cleaning, exploratory data analysis, as well as data visualizations. So these 4 things we work on statistics. Now, not only data analysis, but apart from data analysis, we also work on machine learning. And usually machine learning, when we go for deep machine learning, we all know the graphs that AI gives us, that the first node will be, you all know this, right? The previous node will be having the details, it will be transmitted to the next node. This is how we do the programming in AI. You all know that thing? Okay, good. So this is how AI works. That the previous node holds the information, it passes on to the next node, we go on for a predictive analysis, and this is how artificial intelligence works. So we will be requiring for project 1 is that there are various area-based analysis of cybercrime. Extortion and OLX fraud happens from Rajasthan. Credit card fraud happens from Jamtara, Jharkhand. Loan app fraud happens from Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan. Chain app fraud, in which various chains, you guys would have been asked to make a chain. How many of you have made chains on cyber? I know you guys have made chains. You are not just raising the hand. The many chain building, we were in colleges, we were also asked to make chains. That okay, तुम 2000 रुपए दे दो यार, तुम अपने अंदर 3 आदमी को जोड़ दो. होता है कि नहीं होता है ऐसा? Okay? Yes. So now it has moved from the physical space to the cyber space. That you will be asked to make chains and fake websites, and on fake websites you will be uploading your money, and they will be just showing that your money is growing, but it's just a simple algorithm that runs and it simply grows your money. That no money is growing actually. When you want to withdraw, no money would come out. That sort of fraud happens from Kerala, Bangalore, Andhra. So there are various area-based analysis of cyber crimes, and we would like to use your knowledge, your tool set, to ensure that those Excel files are categorized. You can just distinguish that year to year, in which time, which area was high, which area was low, on which sort of trade card fraud happened from which area, as well as company-based analysis of cyber crime. Company-based analysis, that which companies are more responsive to our needs, which companies are less responsive to our needs. Okay? Transaction-based service provider analysis. Every day we get 3 helpline numbers. Our helpline number is 947990636. If any fraud happens from anyone, they call 947990636. So in a month we get more than 100 complaints, and that is a sort of Bible for us, because we understand that how frauds are evolving in this country, and at least in withdrawal based analysis. So when a money gets withdrawn, it will get withdrawn from your UPI, it will go to SBI. From SBI, it will go to Yes Bank and another, say, Federal Bank. From Federal Bank, it will go to another Jupiter or another thing. So there are multiple withdrawal based analysis, and we can always say that on which time, which sort of app was used for withdrawal, and which sort of apps are now evolving, and their growth is there. So when we analyze this sort of movement, then we can always talk to those companies that see, first, पहले OLX में बहुत ज़्यादा fraud होता था. Now OLX frauds have decreased. Now UPI fraud have increased. Just pay attention, your frauds are increasing. Then we can engage those companies on these studies and say कि देखो अब तुम्हारे fraud जो है बढ़ रहा है. So these geospatial analysis of cyber accused and their interrelationship, the expected outcome would be data analysis of various cyber crimes and their report presentation using various tools. There can be various tools. You all know the data analysis tools that are available for open source. And apart from predictive analysis means देखो तुम्हारे frauds बढ़ रहे हैं. पहले नहीं हो रहे थे, पहले OLX पे हो रहे थे, पहले जामताड़ा पे मनी जा रहे थे. अब आपके पास housing.com में पहले 2 frauds हो रहे थे, अब 5 fraud हो रहे हैं. Now 10 fraud हो रहे हैं. So these will be the predictive analysis we can give to the companies that just pay attention. Your frauds are increasing, and based on withdrawal analysis, major money is going to your account. The expected skill set would be first to 4-year students, computer science and IT students. Apart from experience for guidance purpose, and management and statistical students also can contribute their bit, because management students also learn a subject data analysis in their 2-year course, and statistical students can also contribute towards this purpose. Okay. The project 3 is module-based study in cybercrime. It appears same, but it is quite different. I'll just explain you. हम लोगों ने एक लोन ऐप को जो है लोन ऐप मॉड्यूल को क्रैक किया था. We cracked 3 modules. What happened was that there will be a different set of person who will be collecting your data from one place, passing your data to another place. They'll be sitting in a different place. After that, withdrawal will be taken from the third place. False SIM and false accounts will be made available by 4th module, and after that, the money withdrawn is then moved into money laundering. Okay, hawala. That is done by the 5th module, and the app is developed by the 6th module. So there are 6 modules that works in a loan app. Okay, and we have few studies. Would like you to contribute through data analytics in those module studies, and through module studies we can develop the different studies that has been happening, and you can develop a hypothesis either through descriptive statistics or through differential statistics. You can go for that study, and you can get a paper also. Okay, the study of trend and pattern will be studied on this also in operational module of cyber crimes in various cases. So what you have to do कि पैसा अकाउंट फेक सिम और फेक अकाउंट किसने अवेलेबल कराया, उसके बाद मूव किसने किया, यूज कौन कर रहा है, यूज करके पैसा किस अकाउंट से निकल रहा है, एटीएम से निकल रहा है, वो पैसा निकलने के बाद किस फ्रॉडस्टर वो जो है उसका मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग कर रहा है. वी हैव सम स्टडीज ड्यूट लाइक दैट प्रेडिक्टिव एनालिसिस एंड एआई टू वर्क ऑन दैट, और उसी डेटा सेट के बेसिस पे हम जाके का उस पे वर्क करें. Expected outcome would be result of study of all the 40 kinds of modules. There are 40 kinds of different frauds that happens. There's a paper of RBI that has been released. Different 40 types of frauds have been just collated over there. But I say that it's not only 40, there are many other types of modules. And the expected skill set would be first to 4-year students and seniors for guidance. Project 4. Project 4 would be API development for helpline management. We have a helpline 947990636. What happens is that whenever a call comes on helpline, then we expect the victim would send us all the snapshots that what fraud happened with them. और फिर हम उसके बाद then we feed that into the email, then we make a script and we send that email to the concerned companies. What if something can be automated? I'll tell you, if you do not call the helpline in 30 minutes, the intensity of fraud increases. The intensity of the fraud money getting withdrawn increases exponentially. So right now our average is that we save 10 lakh rupees per month for victims. So in last 4 months we have saved 40 lakh rupees. in 4 months. I went through all the helpline complaints and our best performance was up to 30 to 35 minutes. Consider अभी fraud हुआ आपके साथ, अगर आप 30 मिनट्स के अंदर हमारे हेल्पलाइन पे कॉल कर देते हैं तो we can save 60 to 70% of your money. जैसे ही 30 मिनट से ज़्यादा देर होती है कॉल में तो उसकी परसेंटेज डिक्रीज होने लगती है. What if we can get a API जो कि बैकएंड में स्क्रिप्ट रन करके इस तरीके से सभी नोडल कंसर्न को अपने आप उसको रन करके भेज देता है. That would be a great enhancer और वो बहुत ज़्यादा जो हमारे पब्लिक है उसके पैसे को बचाने में मदद करेगा. The expected skill set would be first to 4 year students and IT students having interest in API development. API development हम लोगों ने भी किया था जब I was in engineering college तो हम नोकिया के मोबाइल की APIs डेवलप करते थे. नोकिया API आता है और बहुत सारे APIs आते हैं, तो we used to develop APIs on that. तो API के जो है OS आते हैं, API OS को आप फीड करते हैं अपने कंप्यूटर्स पे, you all know how to work on it. ठीक है. बैकएंड का स्क्रिप्ट होता है, बैकएंड के स्क्रिप्ट्स को आप किस तरीके से रन करते हैं डॉट डिपेंड ऑन इट. प्रोजेक्ट 5 इज साइबर सिक्योरिटी वॉलंटियर्स ब्रिज बिटवीन पुलिस एंड पब्लिक. नाउ कंसीडर कि इस कॉलेज में किसी के साथ भी जो है फेसबुक आइडेंटिटी फ्रॉड होता है. सो अगर किसी भी स्टूडेंट की फेसबुक कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो जाती है तो वी वांट सम वॉलंटियर्स ओवर देयर कि वो हमें जो है रिपोर्ट करें और रिपोर्ट करने के साथ साथ they can at least work on the backend OS. Sir, we know that this guy is from California. His IP is getting traced to Australia setting, and हम ये डिटेल्स के साथ आपको जो है सर कनेक्ट आपको करते हैं. So focus on team of volunteers to keep the surveillance on social media, restrictions on abuses, pornography, violence and other critical content, and development of ways and means for promotion and adoption of safe cyber practices. अब हम सभी जानते हैं कि apart from OSA, the dark web has also come in a very large amount और dark web के भी यूज होने लगे हैं. We use those things. और for example, I'll give you a very simple example. Few days back, a case came to me that someone's computer was infected by a ransomware. The ransomware was .jspv ransomware. GSPV ransomware जो है वो what it does, इसके पूरे के पूरे कंप्यूटर को जो है it just encrypts और encrypt करने के बाद $980 उससे मांगे जा रहे थे. It was said कि अगर 72 hours में आप $460 अगर आप दे देते हैं then we'll decrypt all your files. तो इस ransomware attack में क्या करना चाहिए और किस तरीके से हम अपने फाइल्स को सेव कर सकते हैं. तो I'm just saying that you will not be just associated for the internship sake. आप लंबे समय तक हमारे साथ रहेंगे एसोसिएटेड एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम सिंपल नॉलेज सेट वी लाइक टू लर्न फ्रॉम यू एंड दिस इज व्हाट वी इंटेंड फ्रॉम दिस प्रोजेक्ट 5. द एक्सपेक्टेड आउटकम इज सिस्टम ऑफ कंटेंट चेक, ह्यूमन रिस्ट्रिक्शंस एंड अलाइक एंड एक्सप्लोरेशन ऑफ वेरियस ओएस एंड सोर्सेज इंक्लूडिंग लाइनक्स एंड अदर बैकएंड बेस्ड ऑपरेशंस. कितनों के कंप्यूटर में लाइनक्स यूनिक्स इंस्टॉल्ड है? हाँ तो खाली. अच्छा, कितने उनमें से जो है काली चाहे उबुंटू पे काम करते हैं, काली लिनक्स पे कितने काम करते हैं? तो काली लिनक्स इज अ मेजर ओएस पैकेज इंस्टॉल प्रोवाइड करता है. वी कैन वर्क ऑन दैट. सो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग दैट वी कैन यूज वेरियस ओएस टूल्स, वी कैन लर्न फ्रॉम यू गाइस एंड वी कैन यूज यू एज आवर हैंड सेट टू द कम्युनिटी. वी कैन यूज यू एज अ कम्युनिटी बेस्ड partner. The expected skill set would be computer science and IPS students, apart from non-IPS students, having interest in OS, जो OS पे काम करता है. Just a very simple example, अगर किसी मैं भी कुछ दिन पहले माल्टेगो पे काम कर रहा था, तो वो यूजिंग माल्टेगो जेनिक एनालिसिस सॉफ्टवेयर और वो क्रिप्टो करेंसी की जो है हम लोग एनालिसिस करते हैं. So if you guys work on some OS and you can create a project कि इस तरीके से 5-6 OS के टूल्स को हम एनालाइज करके हम एक साइबर सिक्योरिटी के किसी साइबर के केस को एक्टिवली आप इन्वॉल्व कर सकते हैं और एक्टिवली इन्वॉल्व होकर उसमें जो भी डिटेल्स आते हैं यू कैन ऑलवेज गिव अस इन अ प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट एंड यू कैन ऑलवेज गेट इट अप्रूव्ड एंड दैट वुड बी अ ह्यूज कंट्रीब्यूशन टू योर स्किल सेट आल्सो. So the future that's the last slide. The future prospect and outcome is that we'll be documenting outcome for all the parts of industry program. We'll be involving quite actively with you and the scientific and practical suggestions will be providing you as well as will be taking feedback from you guys also, and you will be involved in active tracing of cyber cases. तो किस तरह से साइबर केसेस हम डिकोड करते हैं will be involving you directly, and you'll get a hands-on experience, and that will be quite exhilarating. Thank you.